Hey guys, it's me here, and this is a rather interesting video and exception for my channel. Now, I know that my channel is primarily centered around Dragon Balls. In fact, the title of my channel is Dragon Balls Custom, so to see a Transformer on this is very weird, but I figured I have a very rare opportunity here to make a video that would be useful to you guys. I'm not a huge Transformers fan. When I was as a kid, I was obsessed with them. I had tons and tons of Transformers figures that I don't have anymore. But my all-time favorite Transformer figure, which I still have now, is my Megatron. And you can tell that I've had this Megatron for a long time because if you can see some scuffage there, it's rather dirty in between the gears. And sadly, there's no missile anymore. So it's an old figure. Still works, though. Even has its sounds in. This piece is, I do have this piece here, but I'll explain that in a bit. Sorry about that, my mic and the camera suddenly stopped working. But point is, this is an old figure in my opinion. I've tried taking best care of it as I could. You know, I don't have any drawing marks on it, but I lost the missile. And I'll explain in a bit why that piece is gone. But setting that off to the side for a bit, I recently purchased this, which is an upgrade kit for Megatron that includes a blaster, an upgraded head, and his upgraded arm. And it's called Boys Model Toys. There's nothing on the back, same thing on the side. There's their logo, same logo back there. But point is, it came in this box right here as well. It's a Japan, obviously. I got it from China, my bad. Point is, I was looking on the internet, and not many people have reviewed this custom upgrade kit, and the ones who did review it were not in English. So I figured I have a very rare opportunity here to show off to you guys this upgrade kit, so that way maybe you could spread it around and people can know about it. So getting onto the thing, let's first start off with the Megatron head. There it is. It's a fantastic head. It's very nicely detailed. They really, let me see if I can focus in on that. There we go. They really went all out. It does have openings. His jaw is articulated. It even has the sculpted in teeth there. It's just a beautiful head. Beautiful. And coming around to the back here, we see that. And then there's a screw there. And a closed socket there. Overall, a beautiful head. Next up, we get his secondary, come on, focusing on it, his upgraded gump arm, which there's a peg in there, and there's a joint in there, and then he has just, come on, focus, just this ridiculously crazy spider claw hand, which is very movie accurate, and it does rotate there. It's crazy, you know, it's a crazy arm. And lastly, we get his upgraded cannon arm. Now, this is not one of them that lights up. If you can actually see in there, come on. It's actually hollow in there. So this one doesn't light up like some of the other ones. But it is still nicely articulated. You hear a click. It's really stiff. So it's really great. There is the peg for it. It does have beautiful, like, Cybertronian writing on it along the sides there. And you don't get this other version where he doesn't have this claw arm, but he does have his blade extended out, which is really cool because, you know, then you could display him impaling Optimus Prime. But there's one thing I noticed, that if you don't want this, if you lift it up, bring it onto the side, come over here, right in there, I don't know if you can see that perfectly, but it attaches there. All you gotta do is, it's a ball joint. So let me do this off screen so I don't hurt myself. There we go. It's a ball joint. So you could remove it, and then you can have Megatron displayed with just his cannon, which is really cool in my opinion that it could do that. I did not know it could do that. It's really cool. This piece here is also on that ball joint, so I guess if you wanted to, you could also remove that, but I don't really see why you would. But that's the upgrade kits, and I'll show you how to apply them onto the Megatron. So let's kind of scoot the camera over a bit so I can work here a bit more. Scoot this box. Well, actually, we'll keep this box there in the background. Let's get rid of this cardboard box over here. So let's scoot the camera over so I don't knock over everything. So to get started, we'll remove the gump arm, as everyone calls it. So you come over here, and right here where it bends up at this joint, you just want to pop it off. If you can see that, but there's a little peg in there. Scoot it on the back. Keep an eye on. Come on, folks. Ow! I just hit my glasses. Just hit my lamp. So come around to the gump arm. There's the peg. You just. This is a little bit harder. Hold on, we'll do this off camera real quick. It's a really tight joint. Give me a sec. Okay guys, I'm not gonna lie, that took a lot more than I expected. But there it is. So as you can see, it still fully rotates there, and you have the movability, and then individual gump arms, and then here is the old arm, which I guess you could fold up his finger and just compact it away like so. Coming around to the cannon arm, what you want to do is come around in the back here and disconnect his. Oh wait, first you want to pop that off and just swing it off to the side, and this piece like so. Pop it out, and then everyone knows that this arm comes off like that. Get rid of the gump arm. Fix up his legs so it stands. So you want to make sure you have this little black peg here. That's important. Coming around to his upgraded cannon arm, it'll come like this, displayed like this. So what you want to do is turn it back and fold it like so. So you push this back, you come around here, if you can see that, but you just basically interlock them. There we go. Oh wait, that's not fully on. I know you guys can't see what I'm doing. It's alright, I'll explain to you as you go along. Anyway, then you want to pop on back his cannon arm and clip it in, push the chest in, and there you have his cannon arm. Oops. Hoo-hoo. Okay, I'm sorry about that. The chat to see that grotesquity as of Megatron's head coming off. But if you're wondering, no, it is not broken. I did that purposely. I have a little bag here that is labeled Megatron, where I have the other part of this there, the back of his head, and the tiny screws that come with it. And I'm assuming to replace the heads, what you would have to do is, I have here a screwdriver. I don't know what size it is, and I'm sorry, I cannot tell you, but it's this small. And what you want to do is you come over here, because you don't have to do this, but I prefer doing this. So you lift up this piece here, like so. There's a tiny screw in there, and you want to remove that. And I'm going to cut this off camera to try and remove it. I'll come back to you once I do get that out. Okay, so the quick update on the Megatron progress here. It took me a while to get through this, but this is basically what I've done to the head. I have removed these panels, and I don't know if you can see in there, but yeah, you see that? There's no more screws. They're just melded. So I ended up just snapping them off. The lights and sound still work. And on the side here, if you can see that, there's a little hole, that hole right there. And that comes all the way through the Megatron. So once you break up the head, you'll have a lot of parts. So here's the main frame of the head. Here's one of the sides to it. And here's this side. Now I ended up breaking up this peg because there's a huge tunnel, long line that looks like that goes into that whole socket I showed you. I ended up snapping that off, so I had to take the long way. And over here you can see I've cut through all of that, and that was kind of a pain. But yeah, This is the back of the head. So now that all of that's done, we can finally come in and place in this new, way better Megatron head. So I'll show you that in a bit. Okay guys, so another quick update on this video. So the joint that was connected onto this head here piece, the little hole thing, I decided to cut it out, which allowed me to feed it through the hole. My next step is to end up gluing it here, and then basically popping on both sides of the head. And yeah, so give me a second, I'll show you that in a bit. Alright fellas, so here is the final result of the Megatron upgrade kit. As you can see, I've got the head on. And take it from me, people, because I have quite a few tips to give you as to regards of this figure. First off, you are left with the cannon, his gump arm, and all of this is his original face. There's the red parts. Coming on to the figure, I'm gonna bring him over here to my lovely bed, because I can't really do it here. A few things I want to point out. This was a pain in the ass to get on. In fact, I took a shortcut and I just ended up gluing it. You can't even see the glue anymore, which is good, but there's still some shine in there. Point is, I ended up gluing it. What I did was, to the circle cylinders, I sanded them down in halves because they wouldn't, as you can see, there it is right there. They wouldn't slide in, or the face wouldn't slide in either way. So just take off these panels and sand down this piece, and then I would suggest glue on the head. I did so many things to it that it's gotten to the point where, yep, it no longer works. There's no sound effects. There's maybe every now and then a light will pop up, but this figure doesn't work anymore. Or figure wise, the jaw action works. He kind of looks side to side still, and it doesn't go up and down at all. But that's alright, because this figure is just going to be left to display. Now I will transform this figure for you guys just to see how it'll look with these new upgrades. So give me a second and I'll do it. Okay, so here's as best as I could get his tank mode to be. It's obviously not as good looking as the actual one, but for the gump arm, I have just put it there off to the side. The cannons pushed back like so, and you know, it's not bad looking, but if you're gonna buy these upgrades, you're obviously trying to display it in a robot mode. But if you're not, you know, like from this view, it won't look bad. From that view, it'll look pretty packed, but in this sense, it's pretty good. If you flip it over, oh, what the? Oh, that's great. So yeah, guys, there's Megatron. Thanks for watching, guys.